ahead and use these. What would you prefer? Yellow spandex?
Did you see anything? No, sir. I didn't see you playing with your dolls again. Good!
Well, I'll tell you, nobody handles garbage better than we do.
You don't remember?
For you, the day bison graced your village was the most important day of your life. But for me, it was Tuesday. What are you smiling about?
Dude, I almost had you.
Hey guys, welcome to my next review. This is the Blokees Transformers Action Edition Soundwave or Legend class. They kind of have like two names almost, but Action Edition is bigger. But then it's kind of confusing. They're one and the same. So Blokees is doing other lines, and they've dubbed them Legend Edition. Typically that's going to be like, so if you see anything else, it's going to be like the action class basically. So this is Blokees' third action class transformer. The first one was Optimus Prime, Megatron, then this one. And this is a pretty hefty box. So if you're not familiar, this is a model kit. You do have to build it. So the size of the box is quite large, but that's because of all the sprues that come in this. Really fun build. So first things first, we'll go over the packaging. So here's the front of the box. It has like this, like it's kind of like foil where it says Action Edition. The camera might be picking it up, but here's some of the features. It has magnetic, activated sound and eye lighting. No tools or glue or paint required. 327 pieces, and there's where it says Legend Series or Legend, but then it says Action Edition. So, and then you can kind of see all the characters. He comes with a lot of his minions. And then here's the side art. Here's the top of the box. Beyond Infinity, The Legend of Cybertron. So we saw that side. Here's this side. And then you can kind of see some of the details and some of his accessories, and then how it kind of has like a endoskeleton. If you're familiar with Gundam, it's very similar to a Gundam kit. And then here's all the legal stuff and barcode. And then here's the back of the box, kind of show him posing. And then then some of the other accessories, and then how it has a voice box. And so yeah, that's pretty much with the packaging. So let's get to the figure. All right, so now here is Soundwave. So let's kind of go over the look of them. It's a really good looking head sculpt. And then, so most of this is different color plastic. Some of it is painted. Like you can see the silver details. Now that's actually silver plastic. So like I said, if you're familiar with Gundam, it's pretty similar. So let's kind of go over articulation. It's funny, as I brought him over to the review area, I dropped him and a couple pieces came off, but he survived the fall. So the head can kind of tilt down a little bit, tilt back a little bit, kind of go side to side. Not a whole lot of articulation in the head, and they can do a full rotation. The shoulders, now what's cool about the shoulders, it does have a butterfly. There's a little bit of a butterfly, and then as what you want to do, you can get the like shoulder out of the way, and then you can raise them up to about there, and then it can do a full 360 rotation. There is a bicep swivel, single jointed elbows, but you get more than 90 degree. I think they extend to get that. Kind of see how they can go. They extend a little bit, and that can extend the range of motion. Hand is on a ball. You can get full rotation. You can kind of bend a little bit. And then one thing is cool that was surprising, and I think this is the first one. They might have did it on Megatron. I'm not sure. I haven't built Megatron. All of his fingers have a base ball joint, but they have 2 hinges, so you can get 2 bends in the knuckle like that. So there's the base ball, and then two hinges per finger. The thumb just has 1 hinge. Waist, you can get it could rotate. Also, one thing that's cool how they designed this is it has a crunch, so it can go that far. And then what you have to pay attention when you're building it is make sure this waist piece is on properly. It grooves in. If you don't put that waist, that midsection piece in properly, so like he even gets a deeper crunch, it just won't fit in properly and snug back in. He also has a tilt. You can tilt the abs side to side, and then I don't know if you can see that how it tilts, but the legs have drop down hips. As you can kind of see, they just go up like that. And sometimes these panels pop off, but they pop back on easy enough. Maybe. There we go. But the leg can go all the way up to here. It can go back all the way to there. So one of the cool things is he has a double jointed knee, but see how that panel moves with knee articulation. He does have a little bit of a thigh swivel. The pieces kind of get in the way. No swivel at the knee. There is some ankle tilt, and then the toe can tilt down. Nothing on the heel. Minimum ankle tilt, but not too bad. But yeah, so that's pretty much his articulation. So let's kind of go over some of the features. Here, let's lower the camera. Shut that off. So he does have the button. It opens this. It doesn't really spring to eject. And then he comes with a laser beak in tape mode. Just dropped it. But that can fit in his chest, like so. Kind of makes it look a little bit better. Kind of breaks up the look. One of the other features is, as you can see on this arm, there's just a regular panel, and this arm exposes the peg hole, and it's real simple. You just can switch the panel out if you want it clean. Now the reason why I have the panel showing the peg hole is because of Laserbeak. So Laserbeak, you can peg it on his arm, and you can do the Soundwaves talks to Laserbeak. So we'll get back to that later. So one of the other features is these legs panels open up, and it kind of is like a speaker for a special speaker mode. And then you can kind of see the endoskeleton a little bit, but there's just collapse. He also has functioning knobs and switches on the back. This spins, and then this goes up and down. So that's pretty much. Oh, I forgot one thing. So he has a light up and speaking feature, and it comes with this piece. It has a magnet in it, and you just put it next to his chest, and you might be able to tell his eyes lit up. Let's shut the light off. As you can see, his eyes are lit. You kind of, it lights his neck up too. But you bring the magnet up to it again, he speaks. The box is really, it's surrounded by a lot of plastic, so I think you can't pick it up that well. So he has like 3 sayings. Those are the 3. So hopefully the mic picked it up. I mean, it's not the best. I can't tell if it's Welker or not, but I mean, it's cool that they did it. I can't remember if they added any special features like that to the previous ones. And I don't know if the new Optimus Prime does. But, so he also comes with his shoulder cannon. Now you can like transform this a little bit and turn it into like its battery and store it. That's kind of a pain in the butt to get that out. But, and then there's a peg hole on his back like that, and you can plug it in, and it'll peg in on the other side as well. Now this gun's the same way. It does transform, and it can peg onto his back as well for storage. That way if you just want to hide them, like so. And that's similar to what this one does. And what's funny about this gun is kind of tricky. Like you want to pull the handle and pull this out at the same time. As you can see, I didn't do it properly, and I popped the cap off. But so in his weapons, so there's a, you can kind of see there's a hole and then a tab on his hand, and that's how his weapon, his gun can, that's how he can hold his gun. Let's see, what are some of the other features? So, and he does come with the stand. Here's the stand. And then it's just these basically squeeze around his waist. And then let's show some more of his other accessories. So like I showed before, he does come with a laser beak. And then what Laserbeak kind of has a articulated neck, heads on a ball, wings, not a whole lot of movement. You can rotate them and they can kind of come down a little bit. I wonder, I think I have this one on backwards. That's why I'm not getting all the articulation. Yep, look at that. I assembled this wrong. Oh wait. They can go forward and back. I see that. But still, I think this one's on upside down because see how that one can go down and this one's not. So I think I just have that on backwards. But one of the other things is you can unpeg his feet, because these feet have a peg and they can peg into Soundwave's arm. And then his other pair of feet just plug in and they can sit. Another thing, there is an extra bit right here. This can plug into the stand, and then if you put Laserbeak's peg feet back on, you can use the stand for Laserbeak. It looks kind of silly with just Laserbeak on it, but that's something you can do. So he does come, here's some of his other minions he comes with. Here's Ravage. Ravage has articulation, a ball joint at the mid torso. Each leg is on a ball joint. Not super articulated. Like, I mean, you can move his hind, the front portion of the legs a little bit, but you can't get a whole lot of dynamic poses with Ravage. His mouth is open, and then his head's on a ball. You can kind of get some rotation with it. Still looks better than the War for Cybertron Ravage. One of the cool highlights that came with this Soundwave is Ratbat. Ratbat doesn't have a whole lot of articulation. His feet do move. His head's on a ball joint with limited movement. His mouth does open, which was surprisingly cool. They added that. His wings can go up, down, and then this can fold. So just a little bit, not super articulated. And then the last one is Rumble. So I have his pauldrons on him, and these just kind of clip on like that. They go in super easy. And then pretty much all his joints are balls. It's got shoulder, elbow, hand, leg. He does he have a waist rotation? Yep, waist rotation, knee, ankle, pivot. You can go forward, you can go back a little bit. And his guns peg on his back, but at the same time he can hold them. Just gotta unpeg them and put them in his hands like so. Also, he does come with a pair of drill hands, and all you have to do to put those on is just pop his hand off, grab the drill hand like that, and it's on a ball. Be careful there. These points are pretty sharp too. And then just to get his pauldrons back in, you kind of just want to get his arms at a 90 degree like that. And they just fit right in. I think that's all for accessories. But really good, decent paint deco on them. Not a whole lot. And good enough articulation. He's just almost like a simplified Galaxy class figure. But let's see, let's take Laserbeak off that. And yeah, so that's pretty much it with everything that comes with Soundwave. I think, yeah, that's all the accessories. So let's move on to final thoughts. Oh, one more accessory before I show the final thoughts. He does come with like a little miniature cassette deck. And there's a peg on the back. I think you could, I don't know where they want you to peg that at, but. So yeah, All right, so now on to my final thoughts. I'm impressed with this Action Edition Blokees. This was the first one that I messed with. Really fun build, nothing too complicated. I mean, I did have the wing of Laserbeak on backwards, but I mean, that was an easy fix. Now when I built this, it's on live streams, so I'll try to link those into the description, but it took me like 2 live streams, about 5 hours altogether. Now that was with me behind my tripod and doing it on a live stream, so it's not like I was 100% focused on building the kit. So anybody, you know, if you're doing this at your table or at your desk, I mean, you could probably get it done faster than what I did. But like I said, simple build. It's a little bit more complicated than the classic class stuff, but not too complicated, especially if you're used to Gundams or even Flame Toys model kits. It's not as easy as like a Yellow Park model kit. But yeah, I'm like I said, definitely recommend. It seems like the prices of these were pretty fair, but it seems like Blokees prices might be going up, so try to get it if you can early as possible. I found mine at my local comic book shop. They've been getting in a good supply of Blokees here. So, but yeah, so like, I can't think of anything too negative. Sometimes the arms are kind of wonky, and you have to adjust them the right way to where it doesn't pull the arm off. So like you need to move that shoulder piece a little bit before you raise it or lower it. But if the pieces pop off, they pop back on, no problem. The skirt kind of can pop off too, but it pops back on easy enough. And like I said earlier, I dropped the guy and I only had like 2 pieces fall off. He didn't break, so fairly durable. But yeah, so that's all I have for this one. I'd like to thank all of you guys for tuning in. If you could like the video. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. Share, comment, and then if you could, look me up on all the other social medias. I'm on Instagram, X, TicTok. I'm on Facebook page. They're all at Talib1980_collects. I like to share Transformer news or any news in general daily, and come join the discussion. So I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Peace.